In the seventh sequence of numbers, God made heaven and earth, defining new living creatures in a game of karma. Demystifying Autism. Indeed, a marvelous way to decipher life and its varied attributes. But what is most striking is the fact that this is a perception held by Aditya, a 14-year-old genius, worldly termed as being autistic.
Every person is born with a unique potential. Sometimes it's obvious and on the outside, and so we understand it. But sometimes when there's a disability, we do not see the potential. And then we have a choice. We have a choice as professionals to see what's wrong and spend all our lives trying to fix that little bit which is not okay. Or we have a choice of looking at saying, yes, this is not okay, but what's happening well in the child, and using those very strengths to help the child jump over his disability, get a bypass. At Vidya Sagar, we've chosen the latter.
Have a look at Gayatri Devi, who seems to have locked herself in, and any intrusion may be perceived as an invasion into her defined space. But there surely are ways to reach out to her. All you need to know is to find the right door to enter into her life.
Typically when you see a child with autism, he's looking, he seems fine, but then he's running around somewhere, he's not looking at you, and because you cannot get to grips with him, you say, let me just make it all right. But if you look at it through three lenses, which is what we do at Vidya Sagar, and we've called it looking at autism inside out. It's as if it's looking from the child's perspective.
Vidya Sagar, a center that explores the hidden potentials of a child and works towards positively harnessing that strength. With all the presumed fears chased away, a new outlook is imparted here. Providing a unique, talent-based approach for every child to grow under its canopy of love, care, comfort and support.
Shefali, from whatever you have told about your son, what I feel is like he has got a lot of potentials, and I think we have to tap all his strengths. And I think these children with autism will learn better and also the best through imitation. So what I think is we'll have to include him in a normal school. And in Vidya Sagar we have got a inclusion cell also.
It's not how smart you are, it's how you are smart. There are 8 different discrete intelligences that every one of us possesses, namely the linguistic, the logical mathematical, the musical, the bodily kinesthetic, the spatial, the naturalist, the interpersonal and the intrapersonal. Study has also been done with people with brain damage, and in fact Howard Gardner quotes and says he sees spatial intelligences absolutely beautifully visualized in a child with autism.
See how Vidya Sagar has given the artistically inclined Swaminathan, endowed with spatial intelligence, an environment which makes his life purposeful.
Often what a child is doing, which seems odd, is because he has a sensory lacunae or there is a hypersensitivity. It could be in his vision, it could be in his hearing, it could be in his smell, touch, taste, movement. So he might be rocking back and forth simply because he needs it. He might be shutting his ears simply because the noise is too loud. He is not reacting to us, he is reacting to his own need. So unless we have looked at it, understood it from his point of view and used sensory integration to start the program, the best of programs will not work.
Working in partnership with the child and empowering the mother to understand and take charge of the child, Vidya Sagar provides Aditya, gifted with interpersonal, logical and mathematics and linguistic intelligences, a place which nurtures his potential.
When I talk with him with some physics problems and all that, he's gone far ahead, sometimes way ahead of what I have been thinking also. Usually mathematics particularly, when it comes to numbers, he's jumping much faster and drawing conclusions.
If we do look at the child differently, understand his sensory deficits, work on sensory integration and give support, if we do understand at what level he is in his social and communication behavior, he might often communicate through his body. All parents will tell us, he points, he gestures, but we do not take that as communication. If we understand that, and third, if we watch his intelligence, and multiple intelligences are seen on the job, you just need to watch the child. You'll see his body, you'll see the way he interacts with things, and you work through that. You'll suddenly see a peak in this child.
Vidya Sagar goes a step beyond being just a counseling and support provider, like in the case of Shiva Sangaya, a role that is full of perseverance and total commitment to the concern of the child, whose future plans include doing research in autism.
Shiva has been one of our really bright students. He needed his mother to be with him and she had to touch him. He needed a word chart. He needed a scribe. He needed music while he was writing. He went to the government hospital. He went to the psychologist who said, it cannot work like that. I mean, children with autism will not be able to do these things. She said, we need an IQ test done in any case. He got some 90%. We knew what Shiva could do, definitely. And it was amazing. We found a doctor who was so sensitive, who was so understanding. He gave Shiva the time that he needed. He gave the adaptations. This report told us what Shiva can do.
Like in Tamil they say, Chippikul Mutta, within each oyster there is a little pearl. But it calls for a lot of skill to really understand the child and then work. And then it works wonders.
Watch Lavanya display her prowess in bodily kinesthetics with grace. And see how the team, including the mother, helps to facilitate her inner faculties. What comes as a major issue of concern is the appropriate and customized system of assessment required for the child with autism.
They should understand the children first, one. Then, what are the likes and dislikes of the children? Based on that, whether they require positive reinforcement or negative reinforcement. You give the child as well as the parents what they should do. The psychologist as such, they should understand the behavior, then give appropriate tests to find out the problem of the child, whether the child is having autism or attention deficit disorder or mental retardation.
Thus, Vidya Sagar, after demystifying the concept of autism, zooms into the strength and tries to bring out the best from the child.
Granted, he's not like us. Granted, he's not very socially able. Granted, he doesn't speak. But who are we to set the parameters? Who are we in our all-knowing ways to say this is how it should be? Let us leave it to truly understanding the child.
Who knows, among these precious ones, who could turn out to be a scientist, an analyst, a gymnast, an artist, or simply make this world a serene place for all of us to live in peace and harmony.